Hi everyone, I'm Monique Ruffin. I'm one half of Thoughtful Things, my partner Nicole Walters. Um, she was here yesterday. So today is Friday, and Friday is always For You Friday at Thoughtful Things. And so I wanted to discuss just a little bit about something that I've been doing for myself that might encourage you as well, that has really made a pretty significant impact. For the past 8 days, 9 now, I have been doing a challenge at the yoga studio that I attend. It's my local yoga studio. It's called Moksha Yoga, and they have been offering a 30-day challenge. 30 days of yoga, 30 straight days. Now this yoga is hot yoga, so the room is heated up to 99 degrees, and you go once a day. And so I've been going every day. And 10 years ago when I practiced yoga, I absolutely hated yoga, and I just couldn't really get into it. And I practiced it for several years, but it never really became a fit for me. And as I've been doing this yoga, I realized why I hated it, but I'll get to that afterwards. So I was on my mat the other day, and I was doing what they tell you to never do, which is look at other people. I was probably looking at the person next to me, um, and that person could have been like an instructor who was taking the class, and I was noticing how perfect their form was and how limber they were, and then I was noticing how challenging my form is and how tight my muscles are, and so I recognized in that moment, as I attempted to do what the person that I was watching was doing, that I couldn't do it. It was just not going to happen. But what I could do was I could make one simple adjustment in the direction that would make my practice a little better, make my form a little more in alignment, and make me feel like I'm growing. Just a tiny adjustment is all it took. Did I look like the person next to me? I did not. So as I was going through my day later on, I realized that, oh my gosh, that's what life is all about. It's about tiny adjustments. So maybe we, see people out there who are doing great things, and it seems like they have it all, and we want to go from where we are to being that person who's doing this fabulous thing. But really, all we can really do is make a tiny adjustment in the direction that we want to be in our lives, in the direction that we see ourselves, and in the direction that makes us feel like we're making progress, makes us feel like we're in alignment with our lives and on point. And all it takes is a tiny adjustment, just a tiny adjustment. So if you want to have a certain body type or be a certain body size, you don't have to lose all the weight or change your eating overnight. But if you just make one little adjustment, you can move in the direction of how you want to look physically. If you want to, go to school or start a business, maybe you just take one little step in that direction. You don't have to do it all at once. I think sometimes we have this idea that it's sort of all or nothing, and in that we defeat ourselves because the mountain in front of us is so huge to climb. But if we just take one little step at a time, one little adjustment in the direction that we want to go, sooner or later, we will be where we desire to be. So as I said, that I several years ago took yoga and I hated it. And what I realized in this new practice that I have in yoga, as I love it so much, is that I hated yoga because yoga requires that you be disciplined. It requires, in order for you to have any level of success, you have to show up, you have to be on your mat, and you have to do the work, and you have to breathe, and you have to make adjustments to align yourself, your body and your breath and your thinking, and you have to challenge yourself over and over again, and it never looks the same. So one day you might be able to, have an incredible downward dog, but the next day you just can't seem to get there. And so I hated yoga because of the discipline that it required of me, that it required and demanded that I come back and try again, come back and try again, without looking like I was having any success. But now I'm understanding that the success is in the fact that I just show up on my mat, And now that I get that it's just showing up, it's also about just making a tiny adjustment. So that's our For You Friday today. If there are any areas in your life that you can make a tiny adjustment towards what it is you want for yourself, what it is, the vision that you have for yourself, what you desire for yourself, I encourage you to start today, because guess what? The time is going to go by. The years are going to go by. And if you do a little bit every day, little adjustments every day, when you think of it, you'll finally be there. And so what I know is that tiny adjustments are a thoughtful thing to do for you, because today is For You Friday. So have a great day. Bye-bye.